and welcome to my channel. I am Komal Sharma and together we make maths easy. So the method I will be talking about today is the cross multiplication method of solving linear equations in two variables. So the cross multiplication method says that let the two equations be of the form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0. If you make a note here, the right hand side has 0. It does not have the variable. So in order to do this cross multiplication method, we will have to transpose all the terms to the left hand side so that the right hand side becomes equal to 0. Now write down the coefficients of x and y as shown and also the constants. How do we write the coefficients of x and y? We will start from here, the middle one. We will write b1, b2, b1, b2. Then the next one c1, c2. Then a1, a2 and again b1, b2. So we will end wherever we started from. If b1, b2 is the first term, so b1, b2 will also be the last term. Now mark the arrows as shown. From here to here downward and from here to here upward. This is downward, this is upward, this is downward and this is upward. And write down x between the first and second, y between the second and the third and 1 between the third and the fourth. Once you have made this kind of a pattern, now the remaining is very simple. So for x, write down x. And what is below x? This entire thing is below x if you can make out. So it will be x upon b1 c2 minus b2 c1. Now what about y? Y is equal to, leave out this. Now you are left with only this part. So y will be equal to c1 a2 minus c2 a1. And what about 1? 1 will be equal to a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So you have this as the formula. No need of bugging up the formula. If you are able to make this pattern and understand how to do this, you don't have to remember this formula. You don't have to learn this formula. Now from here, x will be what? If I take the first and the third, so x will be b1 c2 minus b2 c1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1 and y will be equal to c1 a2 minus c2 a1 upon a1 b2 minus a2 b1. So this is how the formula or the method goes. Let us solve a few questions based on this. Let us solve this question. So the question says first equation is 4x minus 7y plus 28 is equal to 0. And the second equation is 7x minus 5y minus 9 is equal to 0. These are the two equations given and you have to find out the values of x and y from these two equations. And it is given that you have to use the method of cross multiplication. Although the method of cross multiplication is not now there in the CBSE syllabus, but ICSE does have it. So let us try solving this by cross multiplication. So the first thing is, this will be A1, this is B1, this is C1, this is A2, this is B2 and this is C2. And you have already noticed that the right hand sides both are equal to 0. So where do we start from? We start from the middle one. So this is the middle one or the coefficient of y. So what have I written? I have written the coefficients of y here. So what is it? Minus 7 here and minus 5. Then the next plus 28 minus 9. You have done this. Now whatever is left is 4 and 7. And come back to where we started from. So write down minus 7 and minus 5. And between these write x, y and 1. Now the pattern making. So how do you make the pattern? this, 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 and this, this. Okay, this is, we have made the pattern now. Now, how to write it? So please write it. So x upon. Now we are dealing with x. That means we have to deal with these two set of numbers. So what is it? Minus 7 into minus 9. Then comes a negative from the formula, and minus 5 into 28. What about y? Y is equal to, first the product of these two. These two means 28 into 7. Then the minus in the formula. And then the product of these two. These two means minus 9 and 4. And this will be equal to 1 upon, how do we go from here to here? So this is 4 into minus 5, then the minus, and once we have done this, what about it? 7 into minus 7. Agreed? So if we solve this, this becomes minus minus plus, 9 sevens are 63, 2 negatives, so this is plus, 5 eighths are 40, so this becomes 140 is equal to, over here this is y. When I multiply this, I get 7 eighths are 56, carry 5, 7 twos are 14 and 5, 19, then again 2 negatives, so this makes it 9 fours are 36 is equal to 1 upon minus 20, and again 2 negatives, 7 sevens are 49. Agreed? Now simplify it further, so we get x upon, add both of these, so this becomes 203 is equal to y upon, add these, so 6 and 6 12, so it becomes 232 is equal to, and this becomes 1 upon 29. So if I compare the first and the third, so x will be equal to 203 upon 29 and y will be equal to 232 upon 29. And when you cancel this, you see that x becomes equal to 7 and y becomes equal to 8. So the final answer you get is x is equal to 7 and y is equal to 8. So this is how we go on in the method of cross multiplication. Let us try another question. Another question using the cross multiplication method. So we have two equations, 2x plus 3y is equal to 6 and 6x minus 5y is equal to 4, and we are required to solve them using the method of cross multiplication. So the first thing we have to check is whether right hand side is equal to 0 or not. Right hand side is not equal to 0. So what will we do? We will transpose it to the left hand side. So when we transpose it to the left hand side, the sign changes and it becomes equal to 0. The same equation 4, we will transpose it here, इस तरफ ले जाएंगे, so it becomes minus 4 and equal to 0. Now the equation is of the form ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Now we can go in for the cross multiplication method. Now how to go in for the cross multiplication method? Let us say this is a1, this is a2, this is b1, this is b2, this is c1 and this is c2. This is the thinking part. Okay, so we will start from where? We start from the middle coefficient. So middle coefficient we can write down as 3, then minus 5, next is minus 6, minus 4, next is 2, 6 and where we started, we will end again. Clear? Now this will be x here, y here and 1 here. What next? Draw the pattern. So this is x, this is y, this is 1, this, this and here, here. Agreed? Now the values of x and y using the formula. So x upon, how do we go about it? This into this. 3 into minus 4. Then minus for the formula, minus 5 into minus 6 is equal to. What about y? This here and this one here. So we will write y upon minus 6 into 6. Then the formula 2 into minus 4 is equal to 1 upon, and one left hand side part and the right hand side part. So this is this into this. Go according to the direction of the arrows. So from here to here, 2 into minus 5 minus 6 into 3. Agreed? This we have written. Now about solving it. Let us simplify it further. So this will be x upon minus 12, 1, 2, 3 negatives. So minus 5, 6 are 30 is equal to y upon 1 negative, 6, 6 are 36, 2 negatives plus 2 4s are 8. Agreed? Then is equal to 1 upon 2 negatives minus 10 minus 80. Please check whether you have this. Now simplifying this further, you will get x upon minus 12 minus 30 is minus 42 is equal to y upon minus 36 plus 8. It will give you minus 28 is equal to 1 upon minus 28. Okay. Now first you take this one and this one. So when you compare, you get x will be equal to minus 42 upon minus 28, and then you take the second and the third. So y is equal to minus 28 upon minus 28. Okay. Cancel this out and cancel this out. So this is 1 and this gets cancelled by 14. So you get 3 upon 2. So you can write down the answer as x is equal to 3 upon 2 and y is equal to 1. This is the answer. Agreed? Let us try another question. 2x plus 3y minus 17 is equal to 0 and 3x minus 2y minus 6 is equal to 0. So the first thing, that the right hand side should be equal to 0. Yes, in this case the right hand side is equal to 0. So what do? We identify that this is a1, this is a2, this is b1, b2, c1, c2, and we will start from here, where we will start from the coefficient of y, middle. So what do we write? 3 minus 2, this we have copied here. Next is minus 17 minus 6, and next is 2 3, and copy down from where you started, 3 and minus 2. Okay, and then what to write here? X, y and 1. And now the most important part, the pattern making. So make the pattern. This is x, this is y, this is 1. From here, here, this, and this. So we are done with the pattern making. Now we will write down the values of x, y and constant. So x upon, this is 3 into minus 6 minus sign minus 17 into minus 2 is equal to y upon. What about this? Minus 17 into 3 minus minus 6 into 2 is equal to 1 upon, what is this? 2 into minus 2 minus 3 into 3. Okay, I've just simply written now this into this minus this into this into this minus this into this into this minus this into this. Now let us simplify it further. So it is x upon minus 18. How many negatives? 1, 2 and 3. So this makes it 34 is equal to y upon how many negatives? 1 negative. So this is minus and 3 sevens are 21. So I get 51. 2 negatives plus 6 twos are 12 is equal to 1 upon 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 minus 3 threes are is 9. Now we'll simplify it further. On further simplification, I don't have space over here, so let me write it down over there. So we get x upon, these are two negatives, so they will add up, minus 52 is equal to y upon, when you solve this, you get minus 39 is equal to 1 upon minus 13. Now take the first and the last one. So x will be equal to minus 52 upon minus 13 and y will be equal to minus 39 upon minus 13. You can cancel out if you know the tables. So this is 4 and this is 3. So what will be the answer? X is equal to 4 and y is equal to 3. So once you have this pattern correct, then there are no chances of this question going wrong. So in case you want me to do some more questions on this, you let me know, give me the questions so that we can solve them together, and let me know your doubts so that together we can make maths easy. And till we meet next in the next video, keep learning, keep solving and keep shining. Thank you.